All right, we are starting Act 7 right now, so we're going to grab these quest points here.
There'll be time for that soon enough.
Talk to Aramir, talk to Yena, talk to Helena. Let's take a look here. Let me open up my guide that I'm looking at. Talk to Alva.
Hello.
Let's sell some items if we have any items to sell. That's what we would do.
Keep your life
Alrighty.
to your own.
So we're going to enter the Broken Bridge. You notice that this is where we originally fought. Creighton, right? We entered through this way. Creighton was right here, and we would attack him. And it's switched around, so we're not in the same location that we were when we originally arrived here in Act 1. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Broken Bridge. We're going to travel towards the bottom left part of the area. So we're going to hug this left-hand wall. We're going to travel to the bottom left part of the area. This is another mechanic, another league mechanic that we don't need to worry about. Level up cruelty. Vol Orb, our very first Vol Orb. It's going to come in handy when we start doing red maps. So let's not use any of the currency that we've gotten so far, other than the ones that are magic items, such as Orb of Augmentation and Orb of Transmutation. That's really the only ones we want to be using right now. We don't want to use anything else, because the currency that we have will impact our choices later on in the end game, and we want to hold on to as much of the currency as we can without using it. So it says bottom left area for the crossroads. So that's wonderful. And again, we can always check if there's a waypoint in our area by mousing over the waypoint. And if there is a blue circle next to the name, such as this says Bridge Encampment. There's a little house symbol there. And there's also a blue circle with like jagged edges popping out. That will tell us that there's a waypoint in the area. So this does not have a waypoint, so we don't need to worry about it. So we're going to the crossroads. All right, and this one, let's check. This one does have a waypoint, so we need to try to find this waypoint. Oh, some Orb of Alchemy. Great. That's a wonderful item to get. There's the waypoint. Great. Awesome. And now what we need to do is we need to head towards the bottom fork. So this forks off. Let's head towards the bottom fork here. We're going to try to go to the Fell Shrine Ruins. Excellent. And we're going to go to the crypt. Again, the crypt will have a Lord's Labyrinth for us to discover. So we need to try to find this area, the crypt. That's what we're looking for right now. Forbidden Sanctum. I don't know if we need to go there. We don't need to go to the Forbidden Sanctum. We need to go to the crypt. Let's keep going down. Down this way. Let's see, it's 51, we're 52, we're right around the same area. That's good. All right, the crypt. Wonderful. So as you can see, it says find Maligaro's map and then also complete the Lord's Labyrinth. So we want to find the Lord's Labyrinth as well as find Maligaro's map. I don't know what Maligaro's map is, but I'm not going to worry about what the item is. We're just going to try to find the Lord's Labyrinth right now. Complete that so we can get our 8th trial. Leveling up Steel Skin for our bleed. Looks like it's up here. All right, nice. We're at our 8th trial of Ascendancy right now. And just like the previous trials, we're going to hit the switches. That allows this one to go further past so we can get by. Same with that one there. And then hit this lever there. And again, these labyrinths will get more intricate the more we go on. But, as always, you can just walk on by if you need to or if you want to. You don't have to worry about the mechanics themselves. You can hit the switches. You don't have to hit the switches. Not a big deal. But this is our last area. Touch the trial. We've got the crypt. We've got the prison. And the last one is going to be later on. And that's where our exit is. So, now that we've discovered this, we now need to try to find Maligaro's map, which is in the crypt. So we're going to search for Maligaro's map. There's going to be a sarcophagus that leads us down there. It's going to be a little confusing, but kind of interesting when you think about it. Steel Greaves. Let's see if we get any movement speed. No movement speed. But we do get fire and cold. Wow, that's a nice item there. 3 suffix, 1 prefix. But there's no movement speed, so let's not worry about that. That's life. Nope, that's not what we want. This is another league mechanic. We're not going to worry about that league mechanic. Same as Alva. We're not going to worry about that league mechanic. We don't need it. Looks like this is where we need to go. Yep. Cool. Sarcophagus, and there's stairs there. So this is where we'll find Maligaro's map. Don't worry about Alva. She's a league mechanic that we don't need to worry about. Has no impact on our campaign progress if we do it or not. Alright, we leveled up there. Cool. Again, trying to find Maligaro's map here. Looks like might be where we have to get it. Container of Sins. That sounds pretty good. Yep, Maligaro's map. Cool. So, now that we have Maligaro's map, let's see here. So we need to go back to, let's see. So we'll level this up. We'll exit to character select screen to save ourselves a portal scroll. Go here. We'll talk to Helena. Let's sell some items if we have some. No items to sell. Skill points. Okay. So we need to double check which skill points we need to put in here. I think we need to go this way and get this. Or we can go down here and get this. Let's get the maximum life down here. This sounds pretty good. I think we've gotten all these items so far. Yeah, it looks like we have. Okay, and we got that one. All right, so let's go down this way. So we go one across from where this is, one across, and then down to life. So we go one across from there and down to life. Okay. So increasing our maximum HP. Our maximum HP is right here as well. We can always take a look at it. And we are going to go to the crossroads. And we're going to go to the upper path. So there's 4 pathways. There's the upper, the middle, and the lower. The lower goes to the crypt. The upper will go to the Chamber of Sins, which is where we need to go to. We just leap up that ledge. Oh, something dropped. Orb of Fusing, great. We want more Orb of Fusings. Those are wonderful. Steel Gauntlets, remember, red, blue, green linked items will give us a chromatic orb, so we want to keep that. Let's level up these items here. And in Chamber of Sins, we're going to look for the Waypoint. Grab the Waypoint. And then we're going to put in Maligaro's map into the map device. And this is going to give us a taste. Just a very small taste as to what mapping in the endgame will be. So we'll get a little bit of a choice. All right, nice. Looks like this is where we're supposed to go. We got Silk here. And then the map device. So we have to put Maligaro's map into the map device. And that will give us our portal. So this is how maps in endgame will work. You'll put the map in the map device. You'll hit activate. And it'll open these portals. And this is how many tries you have to complete the map. When you enter the map, it'll tell you what to do. Find Maligaro. So we're going to try to find Maligaro. Now, normally in maps, at the end game, it is recommended to kill all the enemies inside the map. Or close to all the enemies. You don't have to kill every single one. But it's a little counterintuitive compared to what we've been doing in the campaign. In the campaign, I've been saying over and over that it's not necessary to kill every single enemy in the campaign. And the reason for that is because we don't get that much of a benefit. We are going to be over-leveled for the area. And it doesn't benefit us to spend that much time. Same goes for this quote-unquote map here that we're doing right now. We don't want to kill every single enemy in this map. We just want to search for these little pathways to go into the new areas. There we go. We want to find Maligaro's workshop. So we're going to find Maligaro's workshop. We're going to attack him. He's going to stop there. Going to gain a benefit. Black Death. Looks like a robotic spider. Almost kind of looks like Ghost in the Shell in a way. bleeding him and running him around. We'll deal 3 times the amount of damage. Alright. And that gets Maligaro out here. Same way we've been killing all the other bosses. Playing it very easy. Very safe. And there we go, Black Venom.
That's 2 for me, artist. But who's counting?
All right. And with this one, we can just use a teleport scroll so we get out of the map and back into Chamber of Sins. And then we'll talk to him, get the obsidian key, access to the den. Now let's go do Chamber of Sins level 2. This gets revealed once we complete that map. And this Chamber of Sins level 2 will have the Lord's Labyrinth, our last area to get the Lord's Labyrinth. So we're going to run through here, try to find the Lord's Labyrinth. Looks like this book might be where we need to go. Yes, and it is. As always, look for the book on the mini-map. That'll guide you to where you need to go. So this is going to be the 9th trial that we'll have to do. And remember, we can... These timed cranks will stop these blades from spinning. So we hit these timed cranks and they all stop. Give us a little bit of breathing room when we're running through here. Little insert to bypass this. Or we just hop over there, hit the lever there, hit the timed crank, and hit that lever there. And so this will be the very final, and that's our 3rd trial completed. So we're finished with the Lord's Labyrinth for this area. Next, what we need to do is we need to enter the den. So I don't think that the den is in level 2 here. But let's take a look. Another hideout. If we want to go into a hideout, we can do that. We already have the sewer hideout and the mines hideout, so we don't need that one. But if you want a different layout, you're more than welcome to. Oh, it is. Okay, so we do have to stay in the Chamber of Sins in order to get to the next area. Hit the secret passage and go into the den. We got a waypoint here, great. And we're going to exit and go into the Ashen Fields. That's the next place that we want to get to. Orb of Alchemy, great. Don't worry about the smuggler's cache. That's another mechanic, a league mechanic. We don't need to worry about it. And let's see, this could be the Ashen Fields over here. Looks like it is, and it is. All right. Now we need to try to find, there's the waypoint. Cool. Right at the entrance. All right, next place we need to go is the Forest Encampment. Let's head down this way. Looks like this is it. Cool. And we need to kill Groost. Just same way as before, watching out for the attacks. Moving and attacking. Oh, here we have Groost, Lord of the Forest. Again, running around in a circle really helps. All right, and we leveled up. Cool. Got a gold amulet. Abyssal Axe is two-handed, so we don't need it. And we got some fusings. Okay, so this doesn't give us any resistance, so we don't want that. And we got another minor Pantheon. We got this one. Reduced physical damage over time while moving. Moving while bleeding doesn't cause you to take extra damage. So this could be useful as well if we didn't have a flask that removed bleed from us, such as this. But I have one, so... And I'm more aware of the debuff being on me, so I don't need this, and I still want to keep the Lesser Ignite duration. Let's add our passive skill point. Let's get this one here. Golem's Blood allows 10% increased max life, as well as 1.6 maximum life regen. And then we are going to go to the Northern Forest. We got the waypoint there, which is great. Alrighty, so let's go back, talk to Helena and Aramir for our rewards at the bridge encampment. Excellent. Another skill point is great. Yena and Helena. Helena gives us some boots. Let's see. Let's just choose the Goliath Greaves and see what we get. Take Groost's necklace.
Farewell.
Let's ID these. Nope, not very good.
Hello.
Let's sell these items. Get some currency. Use the passive. And we're getting this one down here to give us 6% more life. And now we can go back to the Northern Forest. And we're looking for the, it's called the Asmeri Shrine, is where we're going to place Groost's necklace. Just hopping and skipping through these areas. Again, not killing every single enemy. Doesn't look like he's over here. exclamation point up there. That could be where we need to go. Let's take a look first. Alright, that's Miri's Shrine. That's where we needed to go. Cool. Talk to Helena, it says. Let's kill these enemies here. Very nice. Bronze scale gauntlets. Let's take a look at what they are. Huh. So that's okay, but we don't want -5 to level of socketed non-vol gems because we use non-vol gems, so not very good for us there. Alright, so let's skip that one and just go back into this doorway over here. Gonna try to enter the Dread Thicket. And in the Dread Thicket, we're going to find the Den of Despair and kill Gruthkul. We're also going to pick up 7 Fireflies. So there's these Fireflies that you see around here. This is for a later quest, so we don't have to backtrack. Another Firefly. So we're looking for the Den of Despair, and also we're looking for the Fireflies. So these exclamation points are going to be the Fireflies, and then another orange door in here will be the Den of Despair. And the Fireflies only take up 1 spot. We need 7 of them. Remember, the colors of this will give us a chromatic orb. It's green, blue, and red socketed, and it's linked. And that will give us a chromatic orb, which is great. We're going to sell that to the vendor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 1 more. Looks like it's right here. Remember, this increases our resistances. It's a resistance shrine. Very nice there. We're at the total number of Fireflies. And now we're going to go into the Den of Despair and kill the boss that's in there. He's very close to the entrance. This one is pretty easy. Right. Some slippers. Let's take a look if they have movement speed. They don't. And not very good for that either. Alright. So he gives us yet another. It's going to be the one above where my mouse is right here. So this one right over here that I'm pointing at is going to be the one that we're going to get a bonus on. 1% additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently up to 5% maximum. So that's pretty nice if we're going to have a lot of enemies attacking us and hitting us. This would be something pretty good because it's going to be another 5% maximum resistance. So we need to go to the bridge encampment. Let's exit to character selection screen so we don't have to worry about using a portal scroll. We can save those for our encounters. Aramis gets us the Book of Skill. Get a passive skill point there. And let's see, where do we go next? Well, let's take a look at Path of Building and just double check. We've gotten all this. And so we need to get those two right there. So it looks like this one and that one. So now with this skill selected, we're going to be definitively having a shield. The next time that we find an upgrade, we're always going to be using a shield. So talk to these. Oops. Groose Necklace Reward. So like before, we got the Dexterity and Intelligence. Let's get Dexterity and Intelligence.
Keep your life to your own.
Let's identify it and see what we get. Yeah, not very good. We got the physical attack damage leech just mana, which is nice, but no resistance. It's got less Dexterity and Intelligence. And yeah, so not as good as we would hope. Let's sell these items. Alrighty, and we got our Fireflies here. And let's see. So now we're going to go to... We're going to go to the Northern Forest via the Waypoint, and we're going to go up to this one here. The Causeway is where we're going next. And as you can see, it saved it because I was quick enough to go into the other areas. So this way I don't have to rediscover the entire area. And I can kind of reuse and recycle this area. So let's enter the Causeway. Causeway, we're going to try to find Kishara Star, which is right before ending in the area. So let's just follow this way through the map. Avoiding these guys here if we can. Avoiding Alva. It's not necessary to do her. She's a mechanic. A previous mechanic. Physical resistant, life regen. Yeah, let's not worry about you. Nico. Don't need the rogue marker. And there's a waypoint. Awesome. That should be kind of where we want to go. Waypoint there. Follow through this way. Excellent. We got our first divination card. Society's Remorse. Cool. We can take a look at what div cards do in a second. Let's finish this area. Blacksmith's Whetstone. We're looking for a star. So we're looking for a green item. Looks like this might be where we go. Yep. Green item is a quest item. That's what we're looking for. And then we want to go into the Vol City. All right, so this next area is going to be a little confusing. There's a lot of different passageways. But basically, you want to move towards this direction. You want to go north northwest most times. This will also have a lot of different chests. Don't need volatile dead. Let's see here. Alrighty. We want to go further this way. Let's try to go the right side. Maybe it's over here. Looks like we can go further this way. I don't know if this is the way we're supposed to go, though. Might have to explore a little bit more. Yep, looks like we have to go a little bit further to the other side. Maybe even down a little bit. There's Alva, another Alva. We don't need that. We don't want that. As you can see, it's quite a large area, so try not to get too confused. I think we want to go towards this middle area. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yep, alrighty. So that's where we want to go. Into the middle area. And these Fireflies we collected will be turned into Yena. If we didn't do that, if we didn't get the Fireflies, we would have had to go back to the Dread Thicket, which is right here. Let's enter the Temple of Decay level 1. Alrighty. So we're in the Temple of Decay level 1. Remember, this blue circle will drain our mana, so do be aware. Alright, we got a 5-link, or a 5-socket. That's pretty good, so let's pick up the 5-socket. We're going to run through here. Keep moving through this area. A lot of doors, a lot of chests, but not very necessary to kill all the enemies. Leveled up, that's a great sign. This is level 54, and we're 54 as well, so we're right at the same level, which is great. Alright, let's level up and see where we're going. So we get this one here. Now, if you do remember our path of building, it says we're supposed to be level 54. We're 55, and this says second Ascendancy plus Arakaali. So we've gotten all that, so let's go down to second Ascendancy and then move this to third Ascendancy. So this is going to let us know what we need for our third Ascendancy. more points to put in. The red point here means that we are going to remove this point. So let's remove the point and put it in there real quick. Let's do a passive refund into here, hit apply refunds, and then go into Hard Knocks, which is 30 intelligence. And these notables here, these points, are strictly used to meet requirements. So you can get more stat requirements if you're a little bit behind, or if you need some stat requirements to equip gems or equip armor or skills or something like that. That's what they're used for. It's because they provide a very large amount of the stat. So after we finish doing this boss, we're going to go do the second trial of Ascendancy. Let's see here. So it looks like we... Oh, okay, I missed the door. Didn't realize it was down this way. So again, it's going to be like the Vol Pyramid. It's going to be like the Scepter of God. We're going to go downwards instead of upwards. So we're trying to find the orange doors. That'll give us a good indicator as to where we're going and let us know that we're on the right path. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Will you wash clean the marks of failure?
All right, next area, Temple of Decay level 2.
This goddess of lust better be worth it.
Now we're going to have to find Arakaali's web. We're going to kill Arakaali, and then we're going to do our second trial of Ascendancy. Alright, nice. Looks like that's where we're supposed to go over there. So let's jump across. Excellent. Staircase. And again, we're pushing downward. Looking for the orange door. Alright, last area here. Nope, I guess not. We're going to have to try to find Arakaali's web. We're still in the Temple of Decay level 2. Leveling up our skill gems here. Excellent. I think this is where we need to go. Cool. Arakaali's web now. Wonderful. So now we're at the last part. Remember not to get hit by these beams. She will pop up in one of the 4 areas. 4 corners, rather. All right.
Death is the true climax of perverted lust. Many an art
And we got another major Pantheon power. We got one that's reduced damage over 10% reduced damage taken from damage over time. So that could be useful if we were taking a lot of damage over time or something like that. So, but we don't need it. Let's go into the Sarn Ramparts. And then we're going to try to find the Sarn Encampment. Get the waypoint. And for this one, basically what we're going to do... Oh, let's get that Orb of Alchemy. Is we're going to hug this wall until we can go on top of the wall. And then we're going to go the exact opposite way that we traveled this way. So, keep going this way until we get to the entrance, which is right here. We're going to go up the stairs. And then we're going to follow the wall parallel to where we were originally. And this is going to lead us to the Sarn Encampment. And then we'll be able to do our second Ascendancy. Sarn Encampment is right here.
There'll be time. Oh, it smells just like the Theophilus Dew.
Be well.
Talk to these NPCs.
Be careful.
Don't remember, humanity needs us.
If so,
Sell these items. Let's see what we get if we identify that. Nope. Don't want that. Don't want that. All right. Huh. Let's go back to the second, back to Act 7 so we can turn in Kishara. Because we had that in our bags. And we're going to turn it in down here. Excellent. And now we get another passive point. Wonderful. So again, going to this, we're going to take a look at what we need. Let's build up here first. This is lightning resistance and lightning resistance, which I think we need, or we need cold resistance or something like that. So, but let's just build up here. So we go to the very top. We're going to get lightning resistance there. We're going to get maximum lightning resistance, and then we get 2 to all maximum elemental resistances. And Silver Locket isn't necessary to pick up. If you want to grab it, you're welcome to. But we already have the Sarn Encampment, so let's go to the Aspirants Plaza. That's where we're going to complete our second Ascendancy.
I can't do this just yet.
So we click on the Labyrinth activation device. We click Cruel Labyrinth. It says level 55. We're 55. And we're going to enter. And this is it works the exact same way as the previous one, except now there will be more split locations. And sometimes we're going to be forced to go a certain direction. So we have an entrance there. Let's see where this goes. Awesome. We want to go to the skull. That's exactly where we want to be. So let's go into this first one. Get the crafting recipe here.
Close to the end of the path.
And we'll go through the door.
It is the sovereign who empowers the scepter, not the other way round.
And again, we're going to attack. We're going to watch out for his attacks. Let the bleed do its thing. And there we go.
You were born for this.
That's the first phase finished.
Of past emperors aside, make your empire anew.
So again, we have 2 more locations, 2 branches. So if we find one, let's make sure that it's the correct way to go. We don't want to have to travel 2 or 3 times more of a distance in order to get to where we want to be. That'll just create a A little bit of a loss of time for us. Lever there. There's nothing in here. Just a trap. Hit the switch. We got another lever over here. Got a locked door there with a labyrinth trove. Huh. I don't think we want to go to a labyrinth trove, do we? I don't know. Let's check it out, see what it does. Got a lever there. And that opens up all of the areas. So labyrinth trove will just give us... Alright, looks like it just gives us a bunch of items. We got a tincture. We got a topaz ring. Portal scroll. Couple of swords and a helmet. Alright, well, we don't need any of that, so... Let's go back up this way and see what was up here. Hidden coffer, it says. That's weird. Orb of Alchemy. Interesting. This says, supports aura skills that reserve life or mana to create auras around you. Huh. So I don't think we want this, but it's kind of cool that we'll be able to have no reservation. Supported skills also count as blessings. Huh. Very interesting. So we don't need that. And we don't need to worry. We can exit safely. We still need to find the entrance to the new area. The orange door is what we're looking for. There's the orange door. One of them. We go up. Let's take a look, see if we can find the second one, because we want to go straight across. We don't want to take two locations. We don't want there to be two locations to go through rather than only having one location. So think of it like trying to get to an area faster. We don't want to go through two doors to get there. We would rather only have to go through one door. Alright, there we go. There's our next area. Alright, so let's go into the Forgotten Reliquary. Current location shows us there's only one path to take here. So we're just looking for one path. Remember, again, the chains are what's going to be the mobs that are related to the strongbox. So we want to kill all the chained enemies. Here's another entrance. Oh, that goes backwards, so we don't want to go backwards. Okay, so let's look for another orange door. Okay, cool, this one. Excellent, that's where we want to go. We want to go to the second skull.
When the time comes to strike,
Make sure you get the crafting recipe.
without hesitation. To entertain doubt is to dance with death. When one defiles the effigy, one defiles the emperor.
Whoa. Alright, don't get hit by that.
You are condemned.
Wonderful.
Such resilience.
Next one.
You are not an emperor if no one will kneel before you.
Alright, and now we can see that there's another two. So by clicking on the current location, we can kind of see... Alright, we go up one and straight across. And according to all of this recently, what we've been doing, there have always been one that goes up and down and one that goes straight across. And the straight across one is usually the best path to take. So we're going to look for another orange door. And we're going to try to find that location. There's another orange door. Let's see if this is where we need to go. No. That goes to a silver key, silver cache. Well, don't really know what that is, but silver cache usually means more items, and we don't really need items right now. So, all right, let's go straight across. And then just like the last one, we can take a look here, and there's 2 locations. Let's try to find the one that goes straight across, so we don't have to worry too much about missing an area or being in an area too long or something like that. All right, the final passage.
An aspirant can afford to be promised.
Remember, get the...
Emperor must
Oh, it
keep
looks like there's no...
the empire awaits you.
All right, and same thing as before, these plates here will only activate when you run over them. So just be careful if you use this part of the arena that you don't go backwards. Always move in a forward motion. Whoa. Alright, almost died there. Remember, if you do end up dying in this area, you will have to redo the entire area all over again. So do your best to stay alive and don't get killed. We did all that. Wonderful. Karui axe, we've got there. We've got the boots. Let's see what we get from these items here. Boots, there's no move speed. Karui axe. We got more base damage, but yeah, that could be good. The elemental damage doesn't really matter. We're looking only at the physical damage. We got 2 reds. We need to be level 57, which is in 2 levels. And we can potentially use this. And we've also got 3 treasure keys. So let's go through the area here. Unlock some chests. Pick up these points here. We got the Divine Font. Another Transfigured Gem, 3% quality, and sacrifice a gem for currency items. Well, we don't have any gems in here other than this. Let's do that. Sacrifice a gem for currency items so we can see what we get. And we just got an Orb of Transmutation. So that wasn't that worth it. We got 1 Orb of Transmutation for sacrificing a gem. Now, for the Altar of Ascendancy, we get 2 more Ascendancy points, as you can see up here. And if we remember correctly, we need to go down here to take a look at what we're getting. We're getting Jagged Technique. So we get this one here, and then Jagged Technique there. Okay, so get this one here, and Jagged Technique. Now, bleeding that we inflict is going to be aggravated. And aggravated bleeding always deals higher damage as though the target was moving. So now, when we inflict bleed, it'll do the same damage as if the target was moving. And the target doesn't have to move now. So any amount of bleed damage that we deal will be 3 times higher, which will make our clear speed even better and our boss kill times even faster. So that's the end of Act 7. That's our Aspirants Plaza done. And now we're going into the Sarn Encampment to do Act 8.